You're listening to Ice.
Okay, all right. I've had enough of this. I'm getting off the show.
Dixon.
Absolute trash. This is, if I heard this, I'd be like, this is absolute garbage. I wouldn't even consider rating it.
Sit down and buckle up.
Let's go, girls. It is time for another episode of Records and Rants. Today, we're talking about the one, the only Shania Twain. And did TikTok get it right? But before we get into that, I have to introduce you, the other host of the show, Dixon. How are you?
I love it. That's spot on. Yeah, great to be back. This is good. This is exciting.
Definitely.
I'm glad, that you're here as the co-host, because any man of mind, you being included, knows exactly what we need to talk about when it comes to Miss Twain. So it's, and little BTS, you kind of brought this up. You kind of put it on my radar initially.
Yeah. From this moment on, I just want everyone to know that I do like Shania Twain. Okay, I'll stop.
I think there's something to be said about that Shania Twain has so many hits. It's incredible.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that. As Dixon said, we are talking about Shania Twain today. And yeah, she does have a metric S ton of hits,
Yeah.
and I never really knew this. Shania Twain was one of those people that I knew existed. I kind of just listened to her, like she was around while we were growing up. It was just one of those things, kind of like how we said Creed was just there, and like you heard the songs. That's kind of how I would say Shania Twain was, but she has had so many. You have some bands or some artists that have they have one good single, they have maybe two, but Shania Twain has dozens of them, which is I think really impressive.
That don't impress me much, but
wow,
actually does.
Good one.
Actually does impress me quite a bit, because I was shocked, because you kind of, we'll get into this, because you kind of had some personal experience with Shania Twain, but I was looking this stuff up, and so just her one album alone, Come On Over from 1997, recognized by Guinness World Records as the biggest selling studio album by a female solo artist. It also became the best-selling country album, best-selling album by a Canadian, and one of the world's best-selling albums of all time, selling over 40 million copies worldwide. Now, you have an album like that; that's enough for a career.
Yeah,
that's a cornerstone of a career, but she has a pretty expanded catalog. And I mentioned in that thing that I just said before, Canadian. I didn't realize she was from Canada.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that either, and I learned all this stuff because I don't know if you've seen this. My fiance, I won't say made me watch it, but she made me watch it. She made me watch the Shania Twain documentary.
And what is that on? What platform is this?
Yes, you can access it if you have a Netflix subscription.
Oh yeah, I do have Netflix. I do. I got rid of that Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus anymore.
Oh, yeah, we don't need Disney Plus. That's fine. You could dump that.
Do you have HBO Max or HBO Go or whatever it is, HBO something?
I believe I used to, yeah.
Oh, see, but no, I've always wanted to watch The Sopranos, because I've never had one episode. I've never seen one episode in my life.
I think we talked about this. I want to watch that too. That's when
I think we talked about this.
I think we have. Everyone says it's like one of the greatest shows ever. That whole kind of thing, like the Italian mobster thing, like that really gets me. I love Goodfellas, one of my favorite movies, even though I've seen Goodfellas. Like 10 movies, but definitely all-time favorites.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But my buddy gave me his HBO thing, and now I can't log into it.
Oh,
so
why not?
I was able to log into it one time. Now wants him to reset his password. I don't know. Now I just shut the whole thing down.
He must have locked you out or something. I don't know.
I guess I'll get the damn subscription.
I guess I got to get this myself.
Unbelievable. Everything's a frustration you go to do anymore.
I know. Unbelievable.
So anyway, go ahead. So you're watching Shania Twain on Netflix.
Yeah. So we're watching Shania Twain on Netflix, and I have to say she had quite the career. It was really about her career, her love life, and then what tragically happened to vocal cords. But after that, my fiance said, "Oh, he's going on tour again." And as we all know, there's the big Shania Twain 2023 tour, which is, in a way, it is historic because she has not toured for years. It's been a long time,
right?
And she's old. Let's all be honest.
Because she had a previous farewell tour, I believe, or was billed as a farewell tour a few years ago, and now she's back on the road. Like you said.
Yeah. So we got tickets and we went to it, and I have some things to say about that, but I don't know if you want to say anything else about her history here, other than she and obviously I will say this, she's super accomplished. I think she is a talented artist. A lot of people, now I don't know if you know this, there's a little bit of controversy, but a lot of people talk about her husband, who is a producer.
Right. This guy Mutt or the French guy?
Mutt.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Mutt. Gotcha. So apparently, wait, was it Mutt?
Mutt was a producer in his own right when she first started out, I guess, and then they became romantically involved.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry. That is correct. I was just looking at this, but yeah. So a lot of people said that Mutt kind of gave her that go ahead, that bump into making these hit songs. Now, a lot of people say, behind the scenes that really wasn't true. Like, yes, Mutt did help her. Her husband helped her produce her sounds and everything, but it was really like a force from her. Like, if you look at Shania Twain, and this is actually really interesting about her too, she really pushed the classical feminist archetype, as in, like, you're a woman, you could do whatever you want. The song "Let's Go Girls," like, or "That Don't Impress Me Much." It's giving the power to women, which you probably didn't really see a lot of.
Right, because you had the stereotype in country, right? You had the Tammy Wynette, "Stand by Your Man."
Yeah.
You had the very I'm thinking of Trisha Yearwood. Some of her songs all about being in love and the parents aren't happy with the guy, that the one hit song she has, and you kind of have that. And I see what you're saying. She kind of is the probably launched a lot of the modern, definitely an inspiration for a lot of the modern female country artists, like Kelsey Ballerini comes to mind. Taylor Swift too, in that part of that category. Who's that one that whatever, but can't think of her name. She used to date Bobby Bones, but yeah. So it was kind of a breakaway, and kind of that really gave a feminine edge to that classic 90s country sound.
Yeah, and I think that was one of her biggest accomplishments back then, and she was at the forefront of it, and a lot of people attacked her for it. They said, women shouldn't be doing this, especially in country. It's all about being the dame. It's all about, being subservient and stuff like that. But she kind of pushed the envelope, and then she wore, like, kind of sexy, revealing clothes, and
we know all about it.
Yeah, we know all about this, but but yeah, so she kind of pushed that, which I thought that was pretty cool. Now, if you're trying to tell me that Mutt told her to do all this stuff, I don't know about that, but might have helped her produce her sound. Right. It's kind of neither here nor there, but yeah, no, I thought that the whole aspect of, like, the women at the forefront aspect, because when she played "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" at the concert that I was at, every single millennial woman, actually any woman of any age there, was going absolutely insane, because that's, like, it's a song about, like, this is what it's like to be like a woman, essentially.
Yeah, it's a celebration for sure.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's a celebration of that. Yeah. So I thought that was
that is really cool.
It is. I thought that's pretty interesting.
I think the important thing too is because here's her number one hits.
Mm-hmm.
And she has more than I'm going to list, but I guarantee you, any of these songs, come on, regardless if you're man, woman, zim, zer, whatever the latest pronouns are,
whatever
you're
it is.
you're gonna get up and you're gonna enjoy this. Whose bed have your boots been under? Any man of mine? Oh my gosh, these are classics.
I love it. I love those songs.
You're still the one from this moment on. That Don't Impress Me Much, of course. Man, I Feel Like a Woman, like you said.
Mm.
You know all these songs. It's insane. But and she's even had more number one and top 10 hits than I'm listing here. But those songs, and they're guaranteed to get you at least moving, or like, oh my gosh, yes, Shania Twain is on the radio. Let's listen to this. Let's do it. And it's just really a sort of, not sort of. It's an impressive career, especially when you consider the fact that she's Canadian. That
Yeah, exactly.
she has these health issues, which I'm sure were lingering for a while, but still, evidently, is bringing out an audience and can still launch a tour that people are interested in. Because I know several people that have seen her along her stops so far on this tour at different locales. So she definitely has a crossover appeal for a lot of different people.
Yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, and you see that because she has a lot of, even, she's going worldwide technically. She's going to London.
Right.
Right. So she's going across the globe. And when I went to the concert, I was like, what is the demographic of people? And here's exactly how I would describe it, Dick. Okay. You and I have been to country concerts, right?
We have.
And
yes.
When you're there, there's an element of, I would say, broiness. There's a lot of people with jacked up trucks, a lot of carrying on, stuff like that. Right?
Yes, there's a lot of carry on. Yes, I met my fiance at a country concert.
That's right. Oh, wow.
And you were there.
I was there with you. That's right. I was there at the inception of that happening. The inception of your relationship.
We went to see Derek Bentley's.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. I couldn't even remember what concert it was. Dirks.
Yeah, Dirks. Yeah, but no, you're right. There's that edge of basically. I mean, I don't know about you. I enjoy country music, but I feel like we would go a lot of the times just to kind of like for the party aspect of it, right? It didn't really matter who was coming on the stage, and that was it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I feel like with Shania Twain, it's more personable because it's people that actually want to go see her.
Sure.
Whereas you go to a country concert, it's just a lot of guys who, like us, who just wanted to party, essentially.
Right.
So yeah, it was like a country concert. The demographic was like a country concert, except less jacked up trucks and people carrying on. There were still people drinking, and people were still, playing the flip cup, doing the beer pong and stuff. We were drinking, we were tailgating too. We had a good time.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of the clientele. Definitely a lot more women, 100%.
Okay.
A lot of women dragging their significant others along, like myself.
Now let me ask. Let me ask you this. Now you're going into this concert. You're kind of checking out the vibe, see the people. You talked about, did TikTok get it right? Are you? What was your TikTok connection? Were you watching these TikToks before you got to the concert? What was the consensus on the TikTok thing?
Okay, so let me break it down really quick. So about a week prior to us going, we were with one of my fiance's friends, and we were talking about how we were going to the concert. And this friend who is on TikTok, which I am not.
Boy.
I am not. I don't know about you. Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on the talk. Definitely not. Anti-talk for sure.
I did make an account once.
Okay, all right.
Just to view. Some people just have accounts. Check out
different recipes.
Yeah, right. Different, different foods and stuff like that. So
hashtag life hacks.
Yeah, of course.
WalmartHaul.com,
whatever it may be.
Right.
Regardless, there's this thing going on around TikTok, and she was telling us that, oh my God, have you seen her? She's a hot mess. And we were
Shania Twain.
Yeah, Shania Twain. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, Shania Twain's great, and like I just always thought she was really good. I thought this was going to be a good concert. So she showed us videos about people talking about it, and they're saying she's just not as good. She's washed up. People are leaving the concerts early.
Oh my gosh.
She's wearing too revealing clothing for her age. She's crazy, blah blah blah, all this stuff, essentially saying that she is not putting on a good show, she shouldn't be touring anymore, etc. etc. So we were kind of like, oh, all right, well, Well, I mean, my fiance was like, I don't care. I love Shania. Me, of course, being, a little autistic, I'm like, I'm going to check this out. I got to see,
Right.
I got to see this.
Right. For sure.
So, we finally get in there and we start watching the concert.
Okay.
And immediately I noticed one thing.
Okay.
Every single person, there was the band, and then there were two backing dancers / backup vocalists. Every single person on that stage had a mic hooked up to them.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
So I'm like, okay. But then she starts singing, and I noticed pretty quickly.
Uh-oh.
Shania Twain is not singing half the time.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so she will maybe sing like the first couple words, and then all of her backing vocalists will they're singing her backing vocalists are singing the entire time. Her band, the two backing vocalists, and their voice all harmonized together. That the friggin' 8 of them sounds great.
Right.
And you can't really even hear Shania as she's singing. So that's
this is the result of the vocal thing, you believe? That's
what I think. I think that, she had the vocal cord operation. Apparently she had to be awake during it. I don't know if that's true or
gosh,
if
what a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. It sounds pretty awful, but
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So Shania Twain knows this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a Shania Twain fan, no, I didn't know this. I would say I'm a Shania Twain fan, but I didn't know she had this vocal thing going on. I really didn't. Shania Twain has to be realistic. I think the people around Shania Twain have to be realistic and say, hey, you know what? It just doesn't sound the same. Yes. But even if that's said, maybe I'm not going to do a huge tour, or maybe I'm just going to do something different. However, okay, let's just say we're going to be Shania Twain, and I'm aware of my deficits, and I'm going to do this tour. Were the tickets like, I don't know, like $13? Was it like, hey, come and see, I have this great band, like Shania Twain in the band, $25 gets you in the door. It'll be a good time no matter what.
That's what it was. It was the latter. It was like $25.
Oh wow, so that's pretty reasonable.
$30. Oh no, yes, super reasonable. I would argue that I think all big stadium events should charge $25. I say
you're working on volume.
Yeah, I say screw this bullshit where it's like, oh, it's $500 to sit on the grass. I just think it's ridiculous. But I guess that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it was reasonably priced. The production of the entire act was pretty good too. The stage was set up nice. They had a lot of effects going on and stuff like that. I thought it was good, but here's where I have to start talking about the whole TikTok aspect.
Okay, all right.
The longer it went on, even my fiance, even her friends, they were turning to me and going, they're like, I don't think she's singing, and I was like, yeah, she's. I hate to say it, but she's not, because sometimes the camera would catch her, and her mouth is just open, but it's not moving. And
oh boy!
Everyone else is just singing, and I'm just trying to wrap this around my head and thinking, just like you said, Dixon, why are we doing this? And you don't have to do this.
Yeah, yes.
But then
you don't have to do this. That's so funny.
Yeah, I want to go there. Shania, you don't have to do this. But then it occurred to me.
Okay.
And I realized what this is possibly all about. I mean, you're kind of going to extreme lengths for this if you're Shania Twain, but he did release an album called The Queen of Me.
Okay, The Queen of Her. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Right. So this is her new album. She played a few songs from it during the concert. Way more poppy.
Sure.
I think she's inspired by, now it's like a reverse inspiration. She's getting inspired by like Taylor Swift and stuff.
Okay, so she has more of a. So The Queen of Me indicates to me, like you said, it's more of a. It's still the same content, like the same ideas. Like nobody can tell me otherwise. I don't give an S what you buy, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, all right. So she's staying to that, and like you said, it's kind of that more of a different production style. It sounds like.
Yes. Yeah, no,
Gotcha. Cool.
And it works out. It's still Shania. Again,
Mhm.
I have to say I do enjoy Shania Twain. I will
Mhm.
say that unashamedly.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that this whole tour was really a big advertisement of the Queen of Me. Maybe not the whole. I mean, the name of the tour is literally the Queen of Me. But regardless, at least a large part of this was a advertisement of the album. Yes, you're there to see the old songs, and yes, everyone's there for the nostalgia and everything. But I think Shania Twain is trying to say, here's the old me, but also listen to my new stuff as
stuff,
well.
right? So obviously the album. I haven't listened to the album, but it probably. I mean, you could do a lot of wonders in the studio, right? You could probably lift that. She probably records solo, and they add everything in, maybe to do it. And plus, you have different ways to adjust, as you know, right?
Right.
So, how long did she play for? How long was the concert?
The concert was a few hours. It was pretty decent amount of time. So she really went for quite a while.
Wow, yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, so and at the very end, the set list is the same for every single every single stop in this tour. And her encores were Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and oh crap, what was the other one? 1 second. That Don't Impress. I'm sorry. Her encores were That Don't Impress Me Much and Man, I Feel Like a Woman, which are probably some of her most famous songs.
Yeah, that's classic for sure.
Oh, they were classic, and I will say this, which was kind of weird. She was singing these songs more than any other song that she sang the entire time. I don't know if she was saving her voice for this or what.
Okay.
But I'd say that she did pretty good. Still, though, she was being overridden essentially by her backup singers. Now,
by the band, by everything else.
Yeah, by the band. Now, here's the thing. During this, and this is what you see on TikTok, what people talk about a lot, is people walking out, and that is the case. I think I actually sent you a video, Dixon, of...
You did, yes. You were giving me a blow-by-blow update.
Well, yeah,
I had no idea what that was. You were going there, and I was like, okay, well, Shania Twain, it's got to be cool. Like I said, I had no idea about this vocal involvement. And then when you brought that up, I'm like, oh my gosh. I said to my fiance, who's on the Tic Tac, I said, what's up with this Shania Twain? And she said, oh yeah, that people are saying it's not good. It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, so there were a lot of people leaving. It was
wow.
It was pretty bad. Honestly, and I've been to a handful of concerts. Probably, I don't know, Dixon. What do you think? I've been to probably maybe 24.
You've been to quite a few concerts. I know we've gone to at least probably a dozen together, and you probably saw different people. Yeah.
And I will say, out of that handful, I've never seen that many people walk out of a concert.
Really?
Or it was over. Yeah. So that was kind of shocking to me. And, the more I listened to the concert, the more I understood, because it just was not Shania Twain. And by the end of it, I was getting kind of upset. I'm like, this isn't even, we're not even listening to her singing. It's everyone else.
Right. This is like a tribute act.
Yes. Yeah. No, 100%. And
oh my goodness.
they were good. The band was great. The guy playing the violin, the fiddle, they were fantastic.
It's a fiddle. It's a fiddle. Where
I'm sorry.
Where y'all come from? Have you ever walked out of a concert before? That's the question I was going to ask you too.
I mean, in anger? No.
Yes.
No, I have not walked out of a concert in anger. Just to get home to beat the rush because I don't really care about the band that's playing.
Right.
Yeah,
I got
100%.
you. I got you. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
I
walked out of one show. It was Florida Georgia Line, early in their career.
Oh boy!
And then it wasn't like I was angry, but it was bad. It was a bad show.
Really?
They didn't play like that was the era of Florida Georgia Line where every song that they released was number one. It was on the radio.
Yep.
So we've gotten to see them. It was an indoor arena, which maybe that's why it doesn't translate all that well.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, and they didn't really play any of their full songs. It'd be this medley with these real cheesy videos with the lyrics on them. So I'm like, this is stupid. I just walked out. I wasn't angry. So then I saw them again later in their career, It was an outdoor venue, and it was absolutely packed. Absolutely packed. Like it was a lawn scenario. And when
Mhm.
they had the lights on the lawn, like every individual spot on the lawn was parked by a standing person. Absolutely packed. And they were
Jeez.
still terrible. It still wasn't good. I'm like, what? What is with these
What
guys?
changed? Yeah.
Yeah, there's like I'm like, okay, nothing. They haven't evolved, and they just keep selling tickets. I guess that's what works, and that's it.
That's incredible. It probably just doesn't translate
Yeah,
to the live show. I mean,
I guess that's what it is.
they have their hits that were co-written by a lot of other people, including Hardy.
Right.
Um,
Yes, Hardy's big, right?
yeah. Who I'm a huge new fan of, by the way. Just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I've liked Hardy for a while. Hardy's a good songwriter.
No, I think he really is. I think his songs are pretty interesting. Maybe one day we'll go into him, but
Yes.
but yeah. So yeah, I never walked out of a concert saying like these guys suck. That is pretty funny that you walked out of Florida Georgia Line, but it doesn't surprise me at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, no, like I said, by the end of this, and it kind of disappointed me because I was excited to, actually, I was like, well, I'm here. I might as well be excited for it.
Right.
It just did not translate, and I have to say,
gosh.
I want to agree with TikTok. Now, I don't think that it is
Wow.
I hate to say it, but I don't think it's a total disaster. I don't think it's a total waste of everyone's time. I will say, if you paid hundreds of dollars for a ticket, yes, I would be absolutely upset because Shania Twain, yeah, she simply isn't performing. I mean, and I'm not saying this as in like she's trying to con everyone. I think that she just can't do it. I think she wants to be up there. I think she wants to see her fan. There was a lot of fan interaction. If you look at the video, she's bringing people up on stage for all these tours and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Which is really nice. I don't think Shania Twain's a bad person. I simply just think that she cannot do this, and that's why people are getting upset. The people are going to see Shania Twain. You're not just going to see like, oh, there's a country concert in town, I'm gonna go jam out. You're going to see Shania.
Right.
That's it. And unfortunately, you're just not getting her with this.
Wow, that's something. So what did your fiance say?
She said she was very. I don't want to pull her away from her moment. She really liked Shania Twain. So, but even though she knew that Shania Twain wasn't singing, I think she was just happy that she got to see her.
Okay.
But yeah, she said she had a good time, and her friends, they also said they enjoyed it. But again, every single one of them all noticed the same thing, that she just wasn't singing half the time.
And I know, Shania Twain, like you said, it's not like, okay, I'm gonna go see Hardy just because, like, he's in town, he's around. Let's go have a good time, whatever. Yeah. I think maybe you had some of that, but in reality, I mean, Shania Twain is such a major artist. She has fans. Like, she's got Shania Twain fans, I'm sure.
Yes.
And I think it's probably the TikTokers are probably the people like us who are familiar with her music, go in there and they're like, this is kind of shitty, and they leave. But I think as a fan, you probably have that apology aspect or whatever. Like, oh, well, I knew it wasn't going to be this based on this or whatever it is. Like I feel like that's part of it, right?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like you should be aware. Like, what she's gone through. She's old, which I have to say, she's looking pretty good for her age.
I believe it.
I will say that she's looking pretty sexy, if I say so myself.
I believe it. No, I'm sure, for sure.
Really, a lot of short skirt, leg spreading shots. She does not care. Yeah.
Yikes, that's something.
Really feeling herself, but
yeah, she's the queen of me. But
yeah, exactly.
So, like, and I know TikTok is right, and you're saying TikTok is correct, and it's just kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Was it a good time?
I will say it was a good time in that it's like, okay, Shania Twain's up on stage,
right?
We're watching. I guess.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Okay.
We'll say that. Would I go again? No.
Yeah.
I would not.
Right. It'd be over. No. That's it.
That's that. Unless it was like some big, huge comeback tour and they fixed her vocal cords and she was able to belt it out. Yeah, no, I feel bad. Again, none of this is her fault. It's not her fault at all. Yeah, I'm just, we're just looking at it and analyzing, was TikTok actually right? Is there a reason that people are walking out? Is it really that bad? And I don't know, Dixon, I feel like the answer is somewhere kind of in the middle.
Right. Now you say, and you're right. None of this is her fault. She didn't ask for any of her issues with the vocal cords.
No.
I mean, that's like, imagine like being like, I don't know, like somebody like Shania Twain say, "Oh, you can't sing anymore. It's over." Like that's got to be such a devastating thing to deal with, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, if you and I were banned from YouTube, how would we ever recover in our lives?
Yeah.
Like that's
no idea.
That groundbreaking thing. So you're right. I think this is his fault, but maybe some of it is her fault. I mean, it sounds like she knows exactly what she's capable of. That's why she has this great band. That's why the tickets are reasonably priced. But still, it's like, like you said, you don't have to do this, Shania. Like, I'm sure you have plenty of money in the bank as the number one selling female artist of all time.
I mean, for God's sakes, I'd hope so. I mean, you would think, right? Maybe I should look up her.
It's got to be several million, several hundreds of millions, maybe even $1 billion.
Wow, we're talking Jimmy Buffett levels here now.
Yeah, we're talking Jimmy Buffett level for sure.
Oh yeah, 400 million. So she's almost a half a bill.
Wow,
that's
incredible. That's some good cash for being in the 90s. Making money.
Oh my god, absolutely. So yeah, and again, you're right, Dixon. It begs the question: why is she doing this over again? And to be honest, I have no idea. Like we said, Shania, you don't have to do this, but it is what it is. I guess. Yeah,
I mean, Shania, open forum if you want to come on and discuss what's going on, where your head's at. Let's just do it.
Yeah, absolutely, Shania. Please come on the show. You saw me out there. I was waving at you. I know you know who I am.
That's fantastic. Maybe she will. Who the heck knows? And it's I guess the show didn't impress you much, but it was probably a good experience.
No, it was good. At least I could say, hey, I saw Shania Twain. I don't know if anyone will care about that, but I could now say that.
You have a really good way of pronouncing Shania Twain, by the way. You have a little bit of twang on that Twain.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's really a nice way of pronouncing it.
I'm definitely gonna listen back to it on the in the editing booth when our tech team's going through
the. Yeah, really nice way of pronouncing that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Dixon, I wanted to. This was kind of a short show today, but I just wanted to bring this up to you. Okay. And this is everyone's getting a view into our guest talks, talking about our shows. But anyway, have you ever heard of this band called 100 Gecs?
100 Gecs? No, I have not.
Okay.
Is this the Wait, break it down. Maybe you've told me about these guys.
I don't think I have. They're very very weird.
It sounds familiar.
It's like a guy, and I think it's a woman. I think she presents as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I actually really like some of their songs. they're like a weird. I don't even know how to describe them. They're like a weird fusion of like kind of EDM, kind of hard, kind of pop punk. It's very strange. I was just curious if you had heard about it, because someone on Fox News even brought him up, which I was shocked about.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, like it was oh my god, what's the name of that guy? Larry Gutfelter or something, like, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He does like a talk show or something. Or
it is something like Larry. It is very close to Larry Gutfelter.
Okay, it was close. It was close.
It actually really is. Yeah, that's really funny. So it's
Greg Gutfeld. Greg Gutfeld.
That's what I thought it was. That's exactly what you were talking about. So he's a 100 Gecs fan.
Yeah, he said something. I was like, why are you listening to 100 Gecs? Because they're very
100 Gecs.
It's someone that you would see at like a, you know what a wook is?
I don't know. I don't know if I do.
If you go to like a hippie, trippy, like jam band concert, and like the people who are just stoned, like in the corner, like don't know where they are. That's kind of what these people look like.
I remember hearing that term. Yes, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they're very like progressive. I mean, I'm not trying to sound offensive, but woman in this might be trans. I'm not even sure the person.
Okay. All right. What's her name? Laura Gecs.
Laura Gecs and Jimmy Gecs. I don't know. I don't know much about the band. I literally just started listening to them.
Yeah, Laura Les.
Laura Les. Yeah, there you go.
I have to check this band out. That's pretty cool.
I will say this. I want to warn you, because if you listen to some of their stuff, it really is like, what the hell is this? This is trash.
Okay.
But some of their stuff is like super, super catchy and actually really good, and it hits hard. Like if you're listening to it in the car, the way that they program their drums and like their snare is really good on their latest album, and their kick and their side chaining and everything. It just it all sounds really good. But yeah, that
sounds cool. I'm gonna check that out, and it's cool. It's I definitely have heard of 100 Gecs before. I don't know if it was a TikTok thing or you sent it to me or I saw it like on Instagram or something. Definitely heard of them, but I don't know if I've listened to any of their stuff. I'll have to check them out. But real quick, I just want to make a comment.
Yeah.
Speaking of wooks, have you seen the story they found cocaine in the White House?
Oh yeah, I haven't looked into it, but I know about it. Yes.
Well, I just want to make a real quick comment about this. I just feel like this needs to be said.
Oh boy.
You have Hunter Biden, who every single drug encounter with a prostitute, alcoholic beverage he's ever had in his entire life, he's documented and then uploaded to his laptop, which he then left somewhere. Right? There's no question in my mind that Hunter Biden was doing cocaine in the White House, and they're making it like this mystery. Oh, who could have brought cocaine into the White House?
Oh my god,
so ridiculous.
Because you're, and that was the thing. That's why I didn't even look into it. I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's probably Hunter Biden. Like that. Like, obviously, I didn't even look into it.
No, you had exactly. You know, the man is such a degenerate. He's such a fiend. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Roll up the Declaration of Independence, and we'll snort it through that. Basically, is what he would do. You know,
he would do that. He would absolutely do that too.
When you said about wooks, I'm like, wait, I just want to say this. It's a bit. We don't know who it's going to be. Who could have possibly left cocaine? Oh yeah, no shit. You know, know exactly left it. The effing cocaine.
We freaking know. He probably has it. He probably recorded it too. He probably brought some stripper in there to do it off of.
There's definitely a video that exists right now of him doing cocaine in the White House. There's 100% somewhere exists on his phone that he's going to leave in an Uber, and I'll be like,
whoops. What is the obsession with him and recording his degenerate behavior? Who does this?
That's hilarious. If that were me, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to smoke crack, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Yeah. You'd be like, this is bad. I should not let people should not know this. This is horrible.
For sure. And there he is. From such a detailed account of every drug he's ever done. I'm not sure I get that, like you said, but it is what it is. So yeah. So there you go. So you know what? Light went up for Hunter Biden evidently, because the man can just get away with anything.
Yeah, for God's sakes, I would imagine that if you and I were visiting the White House and we brought cocaine inside, we would probably be dead right now. We'd be in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, 100% be over, be done.
Oh, what a rat race it is! Unbelievable.
Yep. So yeah, there you go. So you got some good info. So yeah, hey, we found out that TikTok was right. That
unfortunately,
100 Gecs, check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Biden is still a degenerate, and you are still the one. Ice, appreciate this show.
Damn, Dixon, you are so damn good at that stuff. I don't even know how you do it.
I don't. It's too good. It's a great thing.
I don't know how you do it, but guys, we do it every week. We're here for you. as much as we possibly can be. Guys, leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Like the show if you guys like it. Even if you don't, just do something. Interact in some way, guys. We're
do something.
Do
please.
something for God's sakes. We're here every single week. We're you know what? We're climbing though. We're doing really good. I think we got after our 100 subs. I think we climbed to 136 faster than we've ever have. Which
yes, we have.
Pretty amazing. Also, guys, check out Kinda Blue by Miles Davis, our video on that. I actually really like that video, but we haven't got much traction on it. We might have to change up the title or something, but I really enjoyed that one. It was a little different. Maybe that could be why.
Yeah, maybe our fans aren't jazz listeners of jazz. But if you haven't listened to jazz, that'd be a good place to start for you. And then check out Miles Davis' catalog.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely opened my world. I really want to check out that Ease Brew album. That's one I want to get into.
Yeah, that's on our list for sure of things to talk about.
Well, all right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Peace.